Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Carrie. I'm a 30-year-old vegan living in Bristol in the UK. I live with my fiance who is not vegan, but he eats vegan at home with me, and I've been vegan for coming up 9 years now, so quite a while. This week's video, I am going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into what do I have in my fridge, freezer and cupboards, because we are very stocked at the moment. So another grocery haul was just not on the table this week. We need to get through what we've already got before we can think about anything else. So I'm going to start with the freezer because that is the most packed, and then I'll go through the fridge, which is the most bare, I suppose, and then the cupboards as well. Now, we budget for a household of two, a maximum of £200 per month on groceries, and this kind of works out about 20-ish pounds a week for our staples, and then we end up with about 20-ish pounds left, 15 to 20, where if we see items that we want to stock up on, then we've got a bit of leeway in the budget to be able to do that. And we love shopping at bargain places. So we love Heron Foods. We really like to shop the yellow stickers, reductions, that sort of thing, and just anything on offer really. But I would say our staple supermarket is probably Lidl. It's the closest to us. We really like the Lidl Plus app prices as well. So Lidl and Heron are probably our top two. Do love Aldi as well, but Lidl Plus, since that's been introduced, Lidl have been turning my head. So Aldi, you need to get on it and do a loyalty scheme, because I will be right back there. I think Aldi have got probably better items, but Lidl Plus just gets me every time. So I will, if I remember the price of things and where we got them, then I'll let you know, otherwise not. But let's start with the freezer. So just to give you an idea of what the freezer actually looks like, you can see that every single drawer is pretty much full. So I will start with the top drawer because that doesn't have it doesn't have a drawer as such, so I can't get stuff out as easily. So the first thing we've got is this loaf of bread, medium sliced bread. This was on offer for 15p, so had to get that obviously because we'd run out of bread. So we do try and get our bread either reduced like this or on oleo when they have it, but obviously you can't guarantee what oleo we're going to have at any point. Next, these flatbreads. This was actually oleo, and I've got 3 more of these in another drawer, clearly marked vegan, 4 Greek style flatbreads and completely free from the oleo app. Next, this was actually from our farm foods video ages ago, if you remember that, but still got a little bit of spinach left. How many? 3 bundles of spinach left. I don't remember how much this cost, unfortunately, but I think it was probably about £1, £1.10, something like that. If anyone shops regularly at farm foods, let me know how much that was, but I know it was not expensive. I've got 1 crust here in a loaf of bread. This was oleo, so free of charge. Finally, this pack of grated carrot, which was 25p from Morrison's, that was reduced, and I really need to use this soon as it's been in there ages. So I think what I'll do is make a soup, and instead of chopping fresh carrots, I'll add in this. So if we look in the next drawer, I have got the rest of the flatbreads, free of charge, from Oleo. Got this pack of sliced mixed peppers from Tesco. These were 99p. We haven't actually opened them yet, but working out a bit cheaper than buying fresh if they don't have the big family packs in. We've got 1 Linda McCartney burgers. These were from Heron Foods for 79p. We did have 2 boxes, but we ate one of them the other day. These dumplings are my absolute favourite. They are the best things ever. My fiance went to the Asian supermarket the other day and bought these. Don't know how much they were, but I think they were around £3.50, £4. 100% worth it. I will pay that all day, every day. These are the best things I've ever tasted. Just can't get enough of them. Next, frozen tempeh from the Asian supermarket. This, I want to say about £2.85, definitely under £3 for 400 grams as well. So it is much cheaper than buying it from the supermarket. I have got one Warburton Thin left. This was from B&M for 40p when I did the B&M video, but I've still got one left. I don't really know what to do with it because it's a bit sad toasting it because it just goes so crunchy. So I'll probably make some more breadcrumbs with this maybe. I don't know, but one left. This Tupperware is full of black-eyed beans, so I need to use these for some lunches soon, so I'll get them out and defrost them fully and then portion them out into portions. They're really delicious. These choc chip griddle waffles were from Heron Foods for £1.50, and I just forget that we have these. They're really nice, but I just forget about them. So need to prioritize remembering we have these, particularly if I'm feeling like I want a treat, a dessert after dinner, then this with some yogurt and berries would be so good. So I need to remember these exist. And I think they're quite low calorie as well. Per waffle, 99 calories, yeah. So I must remember that. Next, our farm food nuggets. We've got 5 left in here, and then a full pack here. They're only £1 and they're so good. They taste just like what I remember McDonald's nuggets tasting like. So very good. And then finally, this no pork sausage and cranberry festive wreath. I bought this for a video which is coming next week to compare different festive mains from various supermarkets, and I basically have had to try more than one at once, so I've only tried a small bit of this, so we've got quite a lot of it left, and I will save my thoughts for the video next week. So I won't tell you now what I thought of it, but yeah, that's drawer 2. Now on to drawer 3, which I know is very full. So got 4 of these Treats and red pepper sausages, Linda McCartney. These were from Heron Foods for 79p. I do know that we have more of these somewhere because we got quite a few because they were on a good offer. Tofu. This was free from Olio, hence we froze it. And the texture of tofu after it's been frozen and then thawed is really good. It becomes quite spongy and it takes on flavors really, really well, and we just love it. So this is actually great. I'm not going to get all of these tofus out because there's so many of them, but we have 7 of these teriyaki tofu from Lidl. They were 44p each, so we got 7. So that's great. These broccoli florets from Aldi. I think these are £1.09p or £1.10p, but we love broccoli, so we always have frozen broccoli in, and the Aldi one is 1 kg. So this is a really good deal because some supermarkets do a price match on frozen broccoli, but it's a smaller amount. It's like 900 grams or 850. So Aldi is the place that we like to get ours. Next are these M&S large white bats. These were reduced, and we've used 2 with burgers already, and we'll have 2 more with burgers. So that was my intention when I saw them, is I knew we had burgers in and no buns. So worked out well. These hash brown waffles, we've got 1 and pretty much a full bag here as well, only a few gone. These were on offer from Lidl or Aldi. These were on offer and they were reduced down to 49p per bag. So we've gone through quite a few of them. But I don't know why, because they were best before 2027. So I think they were making room for festive stuff maybe. But they are really nice, guys. I think they're gone now, but they're so good. Would recommend. Next, I've got 2 chickpea burgers here that I've made a while ago that I still need to eat. Just haven't got round to it. And I've also got 1 frozen banana in here as well for smoothies or porridge or that sort of thing. So 25p for a bunch of 5. So 5p for this banana. And then finally, I love blueberries, and these frozen blueberries from Aldi are $1.99, and I didn't realise, but the little ones are more expensive. They're like $2.19, I think. I don't know if there's more in the little ones, and maybe that's why, but I don't know. This is 400 grams, I think. Little are 400 grams, so I know I was saying about the little plus card, but actually maybe Aldi are better. We like the broccoli from you, we like the blueberries, the cheap hash brown waffles, like it is maybe a bit superior. And that is the third drawer done. So now we have got the fourth and final drawer. I have got 2 sesame bagels. These are the New York Bakery NYC bagels. And these we got for free from Olio. So we've got 2 remaining. These green beans from Lidl. We got these a very long time ago because they didn't have broccoli. And my fiance really seems to have gone off green beans. He just doesn't ever fancy them. So what I've started doing in the last week is that when I give him broccoli, or he gives him broccoli, whoever's cooking, I will give myself green beans to try and get through them, because they are quite freezer burnt now because they've been in there so long. So I just kind of want to get through them. And I do prefer broccoli, but I would say it's very even for me. Like, I do really like green beans, so it's fine with me to just get us through these, really. And actually, when I was a child and a very fussy eater, green beans were the only vegetable I would eat. And I'm not joking, literally the only vegetable. I would eat raw carrots and cooked green beans, and that was it. So God bless my parents getting through that. Okay, now we have these plant-based Yorkshire puddings. Come on, like, I am obsessed with these. Shout out to Plantside, these are the best. Comes in a pack of 6, and they are £6 something, maybe £6.40, £6.50, around there, from VX in Bristol. This is where we go to get them, and VX is pretty much opposite Heron Foods as well, so that's like really handy that we do 2 in 1. And they are expensive, yes, but they're vegan Yorkshire pudding, guys. They just make a roast so much better, and these are just great. And I have tried making vegan Yorkshire puddings before, and it's never gone well. So I'm happy to spend. And we don't have roast dinners that often, so it's an okay expenditure. But this is obviously not frugal, so I've cursed myself by calling myself the frugal vegan and then showing you these fancy Yorkshire puddings. But what can you do? Okay. Next, this is a pretty much full bag. I think missing like 2 or 3 of the Plant Chef no meat meatballs. These were on offer for £1.10, which is why we got them, and they're really, really delicious. To be honest, I haven't had a vegan meatball that I didn't like. Famous last words, I suppose, but yeah, these are good, and they were £1.10. I don't know if they're that normally. I don't think so. My fiance picked these up, but very nice. And if you see them for £1.10, what a bargain. I have got this Tupperware, which actually, to be fair, my fiance could transfer this to a bag now, but this is tomato soup, which he made. There's that. This is from Aldi. They're no beef Wellingtons. Now, again, I will be giving my thoughts and everything on this in next week's video, but we've got one left because we tried it at the same time as the sausage and cranberry wreath. So we cooked a bit of both. So one of these left. And then finally, the other 2 packs of the Chorizo red pepper sausages, which were 79p from Heron Foods. So these we eat with pasta, and we eat them in risotto. Mainly we don't eat them like a traditional sausage, I suppose. I've also had it with gnocchi and done like a tray bake sort of thing with peppers, and been really, really nice. So yeah, we wouldn't have like sausage or mash with these necessarily, but they're really flavorful and come in really handy. So yeah, that is the final drawer. So that's our freezer full. So next, I'm going to show you what we've got in the bottom cupboard and then the top cupboard. So let's start with the bottom shelf. So the first thing I'll show you is what is portioned out here. These are wasabi rice crackers, which we got from Rogers. We have 2 cases of these. in a different storage cupboard because we couldn't fit them in the kitchen, and we've also got some in the top cupboard, which we'll show in a second. But my fiance portions out one bag for 5 days of the week, I believe, and then he takes them to work with him. And these are the Marmite Crunch Greys, and he's done the same with these. So these three are the last bits of Marmite Greys. I am not interested in the wasabi crackers whatsoever, and we bought 5 bags of the Marmite Crunch, and I had 1 bag of them. So I did get some of those, but they're not my favourite. He loves them, and they're not like my top. So I was quite happy with that. Okay, now I've got a basket here of like dried goods. So start with stir fry, 3 full bags and then 1 out of 2 left of these thread fine noodles. It was £1 for 6 bags. So used 2 and 1 of these already, and that was from our Rogers haul. Next are these gnocchis. These are past their best before now as well, and we got a whole case of them from Olio ages ago, and we thought we were getting 1 packet, and then they gave us a whole case. So we've only got 2 left, and they've only just gone out past their best before. So I think we've done exceptionally well, and we've got 2 more to go. So hopefully we'll use these in December because I really like it, and also I just like to be done with it now. I don't think I'm going to be having gnocchi for a while, to be honest, after this, because I feel like I've been trying to use it in so many different things. Next are noodles. 2 of these kimchi flavour ones, which are really, really good. And these come in a pack of 4 from B&M for £1. So this is 50p worth. And then there's also some noodles, which my fiance has had, and they're hot chicken flavour. He doesn't eat these in the house. He'll like take them to work with him, but I'm pretty sure these ones are actually vegan. And then behind here, you'll see a box. There's 5 bottles of this sauce in there, the hot jang, which was £2 for the whole case from Rogers. And then finally, I will take you through our tins. We actually don't have a huge amount of tins at the moment, in fairness. We've got 2 Tesco Italian chopped tomatoes for 47p, and they do have a cheaper one in the Grows Harvest range, but they didn't have them. So that's why we got these, but 47 still not bad. And then I've got 1 tin of chickpeas, which I believe these were 55p from Home Bargains. We've got 1 plant-based Thai curry, which my fiance will eat at some point, and we got this for £1 from like just a local shop. Coconut milk, which I hate coconut, but my fiance likes it, so he'll make a curry at some point. I go away for work a fair amount, so he normally makes that when I'm gone. This, I have no idea how much it was, but I'm going to guess it was around 80p. And then finally, I still haven't used the jackfruit that I bought when I did the Asian supermarket grocery haul. So I think this is the final thing I've got left from that haul, which I still haven't used. I've actually in the past made a really nice steak and mushroom pie with jackfruit as the steak. But if you're using jackfruit instead of protein, you're not actually getting much protein from it. So what I'd quite like to do is next time I get some like vital wheat gluten is maybe blend that with the jackfruit and then make a meat alternative like with the 2 combined, because the jackfruit's a really nice texture, but I would just prefer maybe to do that. But I've also made pulled pork with jackfruit before, and that's been really nice. And then finally we have these cheesely beans, which we bought from Rogers, and they were super cheap. I can't remember how much the case was now, but I'll leave the link to the video where we do the haul at Rogers Wholesale. I think it worked out at like 20p a can or something. It was really cheap. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cans left. So I've only used 2 cans so far, but we didn't get them that long ago, so I think that's all right. Okay, so let's see what we've got on this top shelf. I have 1 muffin left, which I made as a dessert to take to my friend's house. She made dinner, I made dessert, and these are strawberry muffins, and they were pretty good. I'll leave the recipe in the description because we like these, but one lonely muffin left over. Next, this fruit cup. This is pineapple. There were 3 in a pack from B&M for 89p, and I've got 1 left. These Tesco all-rounder potatoes. These we bought for a roast dinner that we had a couple of days ago, and we'll make mash, and we'll probably do another roast dinner because we're still trying the roasts. I've still got more to try. These were £1.32, and they are on a price match with Aldi and Lidl, so go off Tesco. That was good. Next, we've got nutritional yeast. This is a 250 gram pack from Holland & Barrett. You cannot get nutritional yeast with added B12 for a better price than this one. You absolutely can't. So before this existed, I would always get the marigold tubs, but they are a similar price for half of the volume. So this was £3 something, and you can quite often pay that for the marigold tub for 125 grams. So I always get it from Holland & Barrett. They also have a loyalty scheme in Holland & Barrett, so it's just quite handy. Like, you get points back and money off, vouchers and that sort of thing. So that is just where I always get it from. I have got capers from Asda. I think these were about 150, 125, maybe 180. I don't know. Under £2. And I bought these to make a Caesar dressing, and then I never did it, and now it's winter. So these will be making an appearance in the summer. They're unopened. I've obviously already mentioned the hot jang sauces. We've got 2 of those that we've kept for ourselves, and then 1 in the fridge. This vegan mayo, and can you believe this is the last vegan mayo that we've got in the cupboard? My fiance is a fiend. When he sees it on offer, he has to buy it. So I believe this was from Heron Foods for 49p. Next, apple cider vinegar. I bought this so that I could make a vegan feta recipe with tofu, and it is my favorite recipe ever. I've made it so many times. Everybody who's tried it loves it, and I would really recommend. This apple cider vinegar is from Morrison's, and it was, I think, £2.20. This lemon juice was about 70p, and it's unopened because we've got an open one in the fridge at the moment. Next, Marmite, and I really add this to if I'm making seitan or maybe like a savoury sauce, but I do not like it on toast. Like, I don't want that. So this was bought so long ago, I can't even remember, and I have no idea how much it was, but it wasn't on offer. So it's like whatever the normal price of Marmite was probably a year ago. Next, peanut butter. This is 100% peanut butter, so the only ingredient is peanuts, and it is smunchy, so it is not crunchy, not smooth. I would just call this crunchy, personally. It's not my favourite, but it was 99p from Farm Foods, so you know I had to get that. And the only reason it's not my favourite is because of the crunchiness of it. I am a smooth peanut butter girl, but for 99p, 100% peanuts, how could you go wrong? Thai green curry paste. This is my fiance's, and I have no idea how much it cost him. We have got, these are 99p from Farm Foods, and we've got maybe a third left. These red lentils are also 99p from Farm Foods, and we've got maybe a fifth left. Chickpea flour. This I bought from Amazon for about £4, I think, £4 or £5, and I use it for mainly for making seitan. It did expire in June, so I really actually need to use this up. Waitrose oats. There's a tiny bit left in this bag, but I'll show you that I do have the majority of these still as well for porridge, but I'm trying to get through this bag first. Now this I actually think I'm probably going to throw out, which pains me, but we just didn't like it, and it's really stale now. Roasted gluten from the Asian supermarket. It was already out of date when, or like past its best before when we bought it, and it's just very stale. So unfortunately this is going to go in the food waste. Right, I've got these white kidney beans, which I think are just cannellini beans. I think it's the same thing. These were 90p from Morrison's, so I haven't opened them yet. I need to do something with them. I have got 2 of these masala tikka sizzler sauces from Sharwood's. These were 29p in Heron Foods. Tiny bit left of these like seaweed sticks. These are kind of strange. They're, I think, a Thai snack, and they are like basically like sweet biscuits with seaweed on them. So they're not my favourite, but I am getting through them. Indonesian fried rice. I think this was bought on offer for 99p. This spicy lentil stew from Uncle Ben's. This was from Heron Foods for 75p. So I will have this for lunch at some point. Lasagna sheets. We've got about half the box here, and they were 79p from Lidl. Yeah. And then finally, we have got this Old El Paso fajita kit. It says crispy chicken, but it is vegan. There's no chicken included or anything non-vegan. It says vegan on the side there. And this was £1.50 from Rogers. So that is everything in this main cupboard. I've got a few bits to show you in the top cupboard now. Before I show you the top cupboard, I'll just show you what we've got here. We keep on the side. So I told you that I had more of those Waitrose oats. This is full of oats, but I am using up the rest of the bag before I crack in to those. Then we have got long grain rice. That's 52p the rice. And then we have got penne. This is 41p. And the top bit is Tesco, and then the other colour I think is Aldi, but it's all the same, isn't it? And then these powders, I know one is wheatgrass. I don't know what the other one is. And then on the side here, we have got our fruit basket. So we have got bananas and apples. And the apples are normally £1.80 for Granny Smith. And then we have got mini bananas, which were 88p. And then the top ones are 78p for 5. So this next cupboard is sort of miscellaneous. So in the top there are all of my fiance's things that he makes his smoothies with, and also his like vitamins, and then more wasabi rice crackers, which he gets down and splits out, like I say. And then we have got spaghetti there, and behind it we've got future tuna, and we're really enjoying the future tuna. We got so many of them, but they're just absolutely delicious. They were 49p per box from Heron Foods. So we got 2 for the food bank and then the rest for us as well. And it was so good. And then I've just got like Tupperware and bottles and stuff down below, but we have got 2 types of gravy up there. We've got stuffing. The gravy was from Heron Foods, and the stuffing is just the sage and onion from Tesco. This was 45p. I have got a box of stock cubes, so I've got vegetable, beef, vegan beef obviously, and vegan chicken. Yeah, someone left me a comment like, why are you using chicken stock? This is a vegan channel, guys. It's vegan chicken stock. If it just gets so tedious having to put vegan in front of everything. Yeah, these are vegan. And these, I had an Amazon voucher, I believe, so we did not pay for those, which is great. Behind there is some baking powder and salt. I don't know how much those were. And then I've also got these cashews, which are 175, and we like to make sauces out of this. And then it's just bits and bobs in there, like overflow seasonings. And I will show you where our seasonings are, because they're obviously not in these cupboards, but we've got chili flakes. This is saffron, I believe. Yeah. Chia seeds behind. But yeah, I'll show you our seasonings and everything, but that's everything in this cupboard. It is mainly to store those things. So it's more of a storage cupboard with some elements of food, to be honest. Sorry about the light over here. My light doesn't extend, but just to give you an idea, we've got these things on our fridge where we keep our seasonings. So that's where we keep sesame oil, vegan fish oil, Henderson's relish, black salt, and the rest of it as well. We keep our oils over here. So we've got malt vinegar at the end, soy sauce in the middle. That is vegetable oil. I think it is sunflower oil. And then we've got avocado oil, obviously. Our final cupboard has Coffee, which I believe was around £1.75, £2-ish. This is from Aldi. Chai latte blend, which I absolutely love, vegan. This is £14.99 from Amazon, which is expensive, but I use vouchers, so did not pay for this. It's just tea, and I just get whatever the biggest, cheapest pack is in Aldi or Lidl. I am not a tea snob. And then on top there, we've got some flour, sugar, green tea, vanilla, like various medicines and that sort of thing. So now let's have a look at everything that's in the fridge. I'll start with the inside door. So starting with the inside door, we've got some 7-Up Zero, which was £1.99. We have some Tesco soil alternative to plain yogurt. This was £1.25. We have some apple juice. This is from Lidl and is the Simply range, so it was 89p. Oat milk, we have the no sugars one. This is from Lidl. This was £1.09. We have a massive sweet chili sauce. This was £1.75 from Farm Foods. As you can see, I've got a can of strawberry daiquiri, which was given to me by someone who was actually leaving the country, and she didn't want to waste it. So that has been in here for a while. I actually really like strawberry daiquiri, so I don't know why I haven't had it yet. It's clearly marked vegan as well, so that's good. We've got some strawberry jam. That was 39p, I think, in one of my budget videos from Aldi. Dijon mustard, this was about £2, I think. We've got this vegan indulge paste. I think this was about £2.80. Not much left in there. We have got this hot Ivar from Lidl. This was about £1.85, I believe. Lemon juice, this was about 60p. And then white miso, this was £1.75 from Morrison's. Then if we look up top, we've got a tiny bit of this sweet chili sauce left. This was £1.50. I can't remember where we got it from. We have got this Las Chicas al Pastor cooking paste. This was 49p from Heron Foods and is for like tacos, I think. We've got this sweet chili jam, and I think this was about £1.75. Tomato puree, I think this is around 59p. And then 75p for garlic puree. And mango chutney, no idea how much this costs, I'm afraid. Now onto the vegetable drawer. Chestnut mushrooms, got about half the pack here. These were on offer, club card offer for 80p. Half a bag of carrots. These were from M&S, reduced down to 29p. 2 onions, these were 99p for a kilo from Aldi, I believe. Aldi or Lidl? Lidl. These tomatoes were 75p on club card from Tesco. And then we do have quite an empty fridge, to be honest, guys. Butter, this was from Farm Foods for £1.29, and it's a family value pack. This one is vegan, so I think someone maybe from the States commented saying it's not vegan, but I will show you that the one in the UK is clearly marked vegan. I can't believe it's not butter. Got some portioned out grapes here, which my fiance takes to work, and also got the rest of them there. Those were £1.39, I think, from Tesco. Got some wine, and then some chopped tomatoes left over, which were 45p from Lidl. 45p from Lidl. Some left over. And then if we got, the wine was £6.25, by the way. It was just from the co-op. We went to a friend's for dinner and took some wine and didn't drink it all, so brought it back. And then already shown you the grapes. Got these steaks in a paprika marinade, which are the planted ones, and these were reduced down to £3.15, which is still quite expensive, but wanted to give them a go, so I think we can have them for dinner tonight, actually. Then I also got these southern fried chicken fillets, which I've never had before, and these were reduced down to £1.81. Next shelf, BioLife Epic Block. This was £2.75 I normally try and get it while it's on offer, but it wasn't, and none of the cheese was on offer, which is very unusual. So I just had to buy a full price cheese, which was sad, to be honest. But went to Tesco for the roast and didn't want to go to loads of different shops. Sometimes you have to choose convenience and pay 20p more for the cheese. And then up here we've just got 2 oat milks. So one of the no sugars, which was 109 from Lidl. And then I've also got one barista out pro, which was 150 on Club Card in Tesco. And then top shelf is just sauces. So I'll give you a quick rundown. This is ketchup, it was like 84p. This Manchurian sauce was on offer in Tesco, I think for like 40p or something, which is why my fiance got it. That's what it looks like. This was 99p from Farm Foods, and it is really good. It's just massive, so we're still getting through it. You know about that, so I've shown it previously. We've got this peri peri chili sauce, and I don't know how much this was, and it was from Lidl. The fiery ketchup, again, don't know how much that was, sorry. The Daddy's brown sauce, I think this was around 150. Barbecue sauce from Lidl, this was around 80p. No idea how much the tamarind sauce is. And then we've just got this curry sauce, again, which was from Farm Foods for, I think, like 80p, around there, less than £1. And that is everything in my fridge. So that is absolutely everything we have in our kitchen, in our fridge, freezer, cupboards, it all. And this was built from literally just using that £100 per person per month. It's not a huge budget, but it gives us that leeway to stock up on things when they're on a good deal. We're not stocking up on things for the sake of it. I wouldn't say that we have a stockpile or like an emergency, like we couldn't make meals with everything that we've got stocked up as such. It is simply just when things are on a good offer that we buy it. Obviously, we are limited on our storage space, so I think it would be challenging to have a full-on emergency stockpile, but also I don't have the money to be doing that. To be honest, I just don't think it's entirely necessary for us as a small couple. You know, maybe if we had a family and there were more of us to worry about, then that might be a different story, but really happy with what we do have in. And I think throughout December, we'll continue to keep an eye on deals and stock up where we can, but we really don't have much freezer space at the moment, so we're gonna have to eat through some stuff. And in January, I think we might do a low spend like we did last year and try and use up what we have as well, because I think the big thing is making sure things are rotated, that they don't get too past their best before, or that they eat, if they are expire by, that you eat them before they're expired. And yeah, that's it really. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm a very nosy person, so I love it when I see videos like this. So I hope that you liked it too, and it gives you an idea of the kinds of things that I'm working with, and also explains why I haven't done any challenge videos lately, because we've just got so much in. It seems wasteful to just buy more and more of things that we don't necessarily need. So cost of living crisis, I'm not going to be spending money for the sake of it. That's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please give it a like, subscribe, hype the video. Let me know in the comments, is your pantry more stocked or less stocked than ours? What were your favorite deals that I showed you today? And I would love to know what one item you would hate to eat from my fridge, freezer, or pantry. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!